greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless. A sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it. And I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring.
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
2 weeks of going solo. That's what happens when you are in the summer. People are on vacation. People are enjoying their time outside in the sun, but I still got to bring you guys content. So I'm going to keep going all the way till ever. We go till infinity. We keep going. What is up, Jamie Ward? Welcome, 9 Drinks. We got Tony in the building. Alan Dana, Craig Ferguson. Yes, throw in the comment section right now. Hashtag FGB. We're trying to do a trend, and the trend is starting to work. I am seeing on other streams, people are doing a hashtag FGB. I love it. This is where it comes from. Hashtag FGB. Get this great hashtag flowing out there. The Tundra Toy. What's going on, Michael Peters? We're going to just kind of do a Q&A session. But before we get into that, I seen something very interesting I did want to talk about. And that was a bold predictions done by the Bleacher Report. There's an article done, NFL bold predictions. I thought this was extremely interesting because we're on there and another NFC North team is on there for completely different reasons. This is from the Bleacher Report. One of the bold predictions is about the Chicago Bears flirting going winless. They have the Chicago Bears going 1 win and 16 losses. Nearly going winless, and they feel that their team is on a trajectory of disaster. What's going on, Mike Rowe? Hey, I like that Mike Rowe, Laurel. I like that one. I like it a lot. They have the Chicago Bears going winless. Let me know in the comment section, 1 win, almost winless. Let me know in the comment section if you feel Chicago is going to be that bad. 1 win, 16 losses. I don't think they're going to be that bad. That's bad. I think they have a little more talent than just going 1 win, but it does give credence to the talk of, media outlets, ourselves as fans, looking at the Chicago Bears and saying they potentially are the weakest team in the NFC North because now people are starting to report that they're going to be this bad. I don't think they're going to be this bad, but I do think they're going to be somewhat bad. What's up, Raw Detroit? Welcome. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to Raw Detroit. He drops great Detroit Lions content on there, prospects as well. He's been killing it a lot as of lately regarding his Lions content. Very good stuff. Got to check it out. Just so we're not that 1 win. That would be hilarious if that was the case. 100% with you. I would not want that 1 win as well. I think that would be absolutely cheeks. But the other bold prediction, folks, is about our Detroit Lions. The Bleacher Report's bold prediction is the Detroit Lions will end with a winning record. The first time since 2017. They have the Detroit Lions being a team that potentially makes the playoffs with more than 9 wins. That was interesting to me. So clearly, they're buying the hype of the Detroit Lions being a winning football team this year. Now, it did not specify how many wins they thought the Lions would have or if they would make the playoffs. They just said they would be a winning team with a winning record since 2017. Do you believe the Detroit Lions will have a winning record this up-and-coming season? Let me know right now in the comment section. Spam it with Y's and N's. Are you buying the hype, or do you think maybe they're just a little bit less? I have 7 and 8. 7 to 8 wins, just under it. But 9 wins is very close. That would be a winning record. So I can totally understand that outlets as well as, fans themselves believe the Lions could get a winning record this up-and-coming season. I think it definitely looks like possibility. The Lions could take that next big step when you look at all of the additions that they did, plus adding the players that were injured to this squad. Should be a much better roster. Given the fact that the Lions have a better schedule this year, it could be. What's up, Laurel? He says, why? Yayo says, why? Yes, they're going to have a winning record. They said yes. We need 10 ones to make the playoffs. Let's get to 10-7. I think you would definitely make the playoffs if you have a winning record of 10. The Tundra toy right now, it is 100% why they believe the Detroit Lions will have a winning record. Raw Detroit, I think his is probably an N. We'll see what he thinks in the comment section. I think we're just short this year. 8 wins. Tony, I am with you. Just short. Steve Torrey says why, though. So right now, all Ys except for one N. When you break everything down, it looks good. It definitely looks good. 100%. When you look at, compared to was it last year, 100%. 8 wins is the floor, 9 drinks. 8 and 9 wins, yayo, badass. Is Lions O-line good? Absolutely, it's very good. I could say it's one of the best offensive lines in all of football. Why? Yes. Are the running backs good? Yes, they are good. Randy, you bringing up some strong points. They definitely are good. The offense is much improved. I think I don't think there's that many questions regarding the Detroit Lions offense as much as probably the defense. I think the defense has more question marks than the Lions offense. Special teams, not so much. I think they're pretty good as well. But it's probably the defense would let us down. And, play calling, etc. But the talent, I feel, on offense is there. That was a bold prediction by the Bleacher Report regarding our teams. Thought is very interesting for sure. If you've not smashed that like button, go ahead and smash that like button. Let's get to 25 likes. We got 46 in the building. If you got questions, do hashtag Lions, hashtag me, something with the hashtag. That's just how I see it, because we're just going to go ahead and do mailbag right meow. I love doing this segment, whether I have people on or not. Why? Because you guys take all the time out of your day to comment on the videos, watch the videos, and I like to respond in live, in person, so you can have your question answered, and we go from there. We're getting close to training camp, so you got training camp questions, throw that in the comment section. Camp battles, love camp battles, bold predictions, offensive statistics, what do you think is going to be the expectations? All of that and more, you throw in the questions, we will get it. What's going on, Elijah Roberts Cinema? First off, he has a YouTube channel, and I actually watched it. Really good drone camera footage. It was almost like Hollywood type of stuff. So if you like drone footage, you got to check it out. I really did like it. A lot of good drone footage there. Something that, man, if you're trying to make like a documentary, that's the type of stuff you use. And again, okay, you already know it. You got the and again. And again. Go ahead in the comment section, hashtag with some questions. Let's get at it. It is your time to shine. Who, your former Lions player? Who is your favorite former Lions player? I have to say Calvin Johnson is my favorite former Detroit Lions player throughout my whole time here. I love wide receivers. Wide receiver, he was a non-diva, made big-time plays for the Detroit Lions. Just everything about Calvin Johnson, to me, is absolutely exceptional. I didn't have the chance to watch Barry Sanders in his prime. I was a young kidlin at that point, so unfortunately, I didn't get to watch him like I did Calvin Johnson. All my good memories are basically from, I'm 37 years old, so the good times the Lions played was from the end of 2010 to 2017. Those are the ones I definitely, watched the games. And so Calvin Johnson brought me a lot of good memories, for sure. I read that Dan is ranked 30th. Is that true? What do you rank him, Mike? Dan Campbell? Not 30th. I think that's utterly ridiculous. Yeah, that's stupid. I don't know where I'd rank Dan Campbell right now because it is about wins. It is about, getting the best out of your team. But from what I saw last year, with what he dealt with, a lackluster and injury roster, he brought the best out of not just the players but the coaches. So I give him top half of the NFL coaches right off there. It's not every time you get a guy where everybody wants to play for you, not just players but coaches. Everyone sings the praises of Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell deserves much more respect than ranked 30 in the NFL as a head coach. Absolutely terrible ranking by whoever did. Was that CBS? It could be CBS. Does Goff or Cousins have a better season this year? That's a great question, 9 Drinks. I think they're both going to have pretty good seasons regarding statistics. It's when you look at the Minnesota Vikings, they got a great run game. They got 2 good wide receivers, Thielen, Jefferson. I mean, it all probably comes down to injury. If Cook stays healthy, it's going to make Kirk Cousins look even better. They always have a pretty good offense. Jared Goff, it's the same thing. So, I bet you they're pretty close. I'm going to say damn near even. And that's just being real. It's so much hard to tell. You know what? Screw it. I'll be Homer. I'll say Jared Goff has a little bit better stats. We'll just go there. But it's honestly, it could go either way. Mike, with the offense payroll at $123 million, I'm concerned next year on how we resign guys like Hutchinson and DJ Chark, among others. I believe in Brad Holmes, though. How do you see us dealing with this? Steve, you don't really have to worry. The Detroit Lions are rocking a lot of cap space next year. Right now, I project about $75 million under the cap. Jared Goff's contract comes down significantly if they wanted to cut him. I'm not saying they are, but that would add another 20-some million. And if they cut Big V, it can end up being $105 million. They keep Goff, they keep Big V. We're talking $75 million. They can re-sign Amani Oruwariye. They can re-sign Jeffrey Okudah. If DJ Chark does great, they can re-sign DJ Chark. This year, I'm not worried about, the $123 million. Next year, I'm definitely not worried about it because they got a lot of cap space. And if you think of the cap too, cap is fictional. Look at the Los Angeles Rams. Look at the New Orleans Saints. I don't know how they keep doing it, but yeah, I mean, it just is fictional, it seems like. Who's your favorite running back of all time? Barry Sanders, no doubt about it. Again, I didn't get to watch him in his prime, but I got to watch all the highlights. And when I was 6 years old, I got to see some stuff too. But he is an amazing runner. I remember just watching this guy on the field is like a ballerina just dodging bullets. It's an amazing thing to see. I think there's superstars, there's stars, and there's role players. I think we could have superstars of Penei Sewell, Aidan Hutchinson, Jameson Williams, and maybe DeAndre Swift. What do you think? Yeah, 100%. You're 100% right, Tony. You got every player on a team amounts to something. You're going to have your big superstars, you're going to have your stars, and you're going to have your role players, 100%. The superstars, we had that like in 2011. You had Ndamukong Suh, Calvin Johnson, Matthew Stafford. Those were your superstars. Then you had your role players in there that helped out. And then you had your depth players that made big difference in time. That's how you build a roster. You can't have 53 superstars. I mean, I guess you can be a team that somehow buys everybody out like the New York Yankees, but there is ways around the cap, but that's why you don't see teams. They're just all superstars, but you got to have it all. You got to have role players. You got to have backup players for injuries, everything around there. Let's see here. Will Okudah have a good year? I hope he has a good year, fight forever. I don't know. I hope so. I got my fingers crossed. I'm rooting for the young man. He needs to have a good year. Jeffrey Okudah, year 3, he's got to show out. If he doesn't, he could be on his way out. Really important for him. I hope he does. I really, really think I think he plays better. I really hope he does. Will Kirby Joseph be a sleeper pick this year? I think if Elliott goes down, yes. I love him quite a bit. I think that Kirby Joseph could be a big-time playmaker for the Detroit Lions years from now. He was my favorite pick in this year's draft regarding where you're getting a player at said part of a draft. Turnover machine. We need a guy that can roam the defense and get turnovers. That's what he can do. If Elliott goes down, yes. What do you think about Goff getting ranked last as starting quarterback by Nick Wright? Nick Wright's a moron. That's what I think about him. He's an absolute idiot. If there's one person I'm not going to listen to, it's Nick Wright. Come on. He's not that bad. I am not a Goff truther by any means. I'm not thinking Jared Goff is the greatest quarterback in the NFL. But also not a Goff hater. He's not ranked 32 in the NFL. That's utterly ridiculous. Jared Goff is much better than that. We're talking about he ranking Drew Lock, he ranking all these garbage quarterbacks better than him. Well, he's just an idiot. And so that's why I have a YouTube channel, is because of people like Nick Wright. Jared Goff, to me, this year he could be like, mid quarterback. That's what I see him as. He's not the worst quarterback in the NFL. Who leads the team in sacks this year? I'm going to say with Aidan Hutchinson. I think he's going to have a breakout year even as a rookie. Leads in sacks. See what he can do. But there's other players on this defensive line that's going to give him opportunity for one-on-ones, and he's going to take advantage. He's relentless. Even as a rookie, I think he is a good one. Do you think the Lions will give Craig Reynolds some playing time? I hope so. He deserves it. I think he should get more than last year. He's shown last year that he, in all honesty, he may be the most well-rounded running back on this football team. He's not the fastest guy. He's not the strongest guy. But he's an Arian Foster type there. He just gets it done. He's good finding the holes. He's good at breaking the tackles. He does got some speed. Hell yeah, give him some time. 100%. I love Craig Reynolds. I loved him in preseason last year. I loved him when he was in the regular season, and I love the fact that they re-signed him. Who do you look forward to Panay matchup in preseason? Ooh. Well, I don't know how much Penei Sewell and the starters are going to play in preseason. Let's be honest here. Probably not a lot. I'm going to go with the fact that they only got 3 preseason games. Last year they played a little bit more because he was a rookie and he was going from left to right, right to left, kind of back and forth due to the injury. I suspect he doesn't play that much. So in preseason, I'm not expecting really anything, in all honesty. Swift rushed for 1,000 yards this year. I do not have him rushing for 1,000 yards, Dixie Normus. The reason why is we do running back by committee. It's not just one guy. I think he can get over 1,000 yards when you intermix his receiving. But we also have running backs like Jamal Williams and Craig Reynolds. That's going to get time. FGB, love it. Thank you, Joe Carbone. Who is the MVP, most valuable person of coaches, players, front office in the end of the year? Who do you give it to, Mike? Ooh, that is a fabulous one. I'm going to give it to Brad Holmes. I think he's the MVP. I think you build a team through the draft. I think how you get talent is finding individuals in college to bring to your team. If you have a great talent evaluator, a man that can bring talent to a football team, you can win as a franchise. We have, in the past, been awful at draft. Since we've had Brad Holmes, I felt like we've had really good drafts. We're finding players in the mid-rounds to help this team out. I think we did good this year. I think it's going to show on the field by getting players like we did last year with Jerry Jacobs and just finding these guys diamond in the rough, as well as getting players in free agency like a DJ Chark. I think that's invaluable. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Brad Holmes. I'm sure other people will have different opinions on this. Let me know in the comment section, who is your MVP? Will it be Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes will be a player. Let me know in the comment section who would be your MVP. We'll continue on right now. Chris and Riz, let's go. Yes, and I will be with those guys in training camp, so check that out. Mike, I got Goff 20-22. Patty Grimes, I don't hate on that. Will, how do you think the Lions will play Melvin? Do you think of his stats? Malvin. Not sure. Do you extend Amani Oruwariye, pay him? I say, I'm going to give him a 4 to a 5 year deal. I think it's really important to give Amani Oruwariye a long-term contract extension. He's been the most reliable defensive player on this team the last couple of years. Why not give him an extension? He's shown consistency. It doesn't have to be a ton of money. He's not going to get paid a ton of money. He's not going to get paid as a top 5 corner, but he's a very valuable asset. I had the Lions losing week 1. I know a lot of people may not like that. That's what I do. I want to still see them on the field. Besides round 1 picks, who's your favorite draft pick from Brad Holmes? My favorite pick from Brad Holmes. How about it's not a draft pick? How about Jerry Jacobs? Undrafted free agent rookie. This guy came into the Detroit Lions, took on a role, did a fantastic job. I love what he did. Finding these guys as undrafted rookies is difficult. Finding a guy who's a cornerback as a rookie, undrafted, who starts and plays well is extremely difficult. That, to me, is an absolute diamond in the rough. When you can do that, you become a winning franchise. We got Brad Holmes. Agree, totally agree. I will be watching Hard Knocks. We got Paid, says Amon Ross St. Brown. I love him as well. Brad Holmes. Goff will be Corey Batten. So he's going Jared Goff. Patty Grimes says Dan Campbell. Can't argue with any of those. Do you think Derek Barnes is second coming to Jared Davis? He has the physical attributes, but he makes a ton of mental mistakes like Jared has always missed his gap assignments. No, I don't think so. Jared Davis was a first-round pick. Derek Barnes is a fourth-round pick. I think Derek Barnes has showed promise. He's a young player. Give him some time. He's not what Jared Davis is really good at. He's got a lot of speed, but he's the misguided missile in my opinion. I think Derek Barnes, if he does end up not being that great, it's a fourth-round pick, so the expectation's a little bit different there. When will we win game 1 and get national attention? When do we get our first game? I say week 2 against the Washington Commanders. I think the Detroit Lions will win their first game. National attention, I don't know. We are all at 1 p.m. besides Thanksgiving, so national attention will be Thanksgiving. They just simply do not play the Lions on national television this year, so it sucks. They'll have to make the playoffs to do anything. Hashtag MILF. Or hashtag Mile. I thought it said hashtag MILF. If the Jets cut Sam Darnold, should the Lions pick him up as a backup? Sam Darnold is with the Panthers, and yes, if they cut him, if the Panthers were to cut Sam Darnold, I'll take him as a backup over Tim Boyle and David Blau for sure. Excited to see credit runs so high. Who are our number 2 and 3 tight ends? Man, right now it's going to be TJ Hawkinson and James Mitchell, but James Mitchell injured? I don't know, but behind him. I have no idea. They have like 8 tight ends on the roster. Maybe I'll just go with Brock Wright. Maybe I just go with him. But when James Mitchell is healthy, it's going to be TJ Hawkinson and James Mitchell. Then you could go and put a name with whoever you want as a number 3. But right now, I couldn't tell you. There's so many tight ends, and that's going to be a fun battle to watch in training camp. Who is going to be the guy that does it? Will Josh Reynolds be on the Lions post-training camp? Yeah, Josh Reynolds, absolutely. Josh Reynolds is a piece to this team. He's a good wide receiver. Jared Goff trusts him, and he did well with the Detroit Lions last year. Now you get a whole offseason with the Detroit Lions, not mid-season. Oh, man, the Lions got a pretty good wide receiver core, 100%. Who starts week 1 wide receiver and why? Well, I'm going to nix Jameson Williams not starting because I don't believe he'll be healthy enough to play week 1. But I'm going to go DJ Chark will be number 1 wide receiver by then. And I think number 2 and number 3 doesn't really matter. It depends where they place the wide receiver in the spot. Mon-Ra, St. Brown, and Josh Reynolds. You can go ahead and put them either 1 or 2 2 or 3, just depending on where. And then Cephas up in there as well. And then Khalif Raymond. But I think Jameson Williams is just not going to start right now. If I miss your question, just repost it. They're coming in quick. I try to get to them all. By what week do we get eliminated from contention? How about this? I'll go like week 16. I think the Detroit Lions are going to be a competitive team. It's going to come down very close, maybe week 16, week 17, that they'll officially get eliminated. I think they'll be close to a wild card contending team. Like I said, 7-8 wins. Going to have Shark attacks at Ford Field. I know I love the DJ Chark or Sharknado. I love the name. Even though it's Chark, I love the Shark. You're gonna have it's gonna go crazy. I think he's gonna have a good year with the Detroit Lions. He stays healthy. Sky's the limit for DJ Chark. And this is the best quarterback that he's played with. When do we get competition from Jared Goff? Why do you think the reason for competition, all the position, with the exception of the quarterback position? Are we catering to Goff? Is not what this is. I do feel that they are catering to Jared Goff. I don't understand why they didn't get a better backup, and Tim Boyle and David Blower not good. I think they give this year for Jared Goff. Last year, asterisk. Last year, it's like, okay, it's a mulligan because it was a disaster. They gave him all the weapons this year to see what he can do. This is his really assessment year. If he excels, they could take a quarterback later. If he doesn't live up to it, we have 2 draft picks in the first round this year. They could get a quarterback. So I think it's more, they felt it was a mulligan year last year. Give them all the chance they can this year. That's why. How many wide receivers will be carrying into the season? 6 wide receivers. I think it'll be 6. That's we'll have, I think, Jameson Williams probably in a pup list, and they have 6. I'd go with 6. Will Quintez Cephas has a breakout season? I think he'll have a pretty good season. I don't know about breakout because there's so many wide receivers on the football team. It's going to be difficult, but he's a good wide receiver. And it just depends where he is in the pecking order. You can't have everybody getting all the snaps because there's so many, unless there's a bunch of injuries. Where do you see the defense ranked by end of the year? How about 20-ish? I have the Detroit Lions defense ranking 20-ish, and that is a big jump. Understanding the Lions defense has been so bad the last couple of years. Thank you to Patricia and Quinn for destroying the talent. I think they make a significant jump and go to the 20 this year. Do you think our defensive line will be better running a 4-2-3 base? I think it could be. I like the 4-man fronts more than a lot of people. I like the 4-3. 4-2-5s, similar if they want to throw the safety in there, extra corner, whatever they want to do. But I personally like the 4-man fronts more. I think it excels to the talent that we have. Aidan Hutchinson or Romeo Okwara, I'd love to have them on the side. Put Levi in the middle and Liam in the middle. I like that. I've always liked the 4-man fronts over the 3-4, so I think it will. And you hear from coaches that that's kind of what they want to do. So if they want to do it, I would suggest that it's probably for the right reason. Would you rather have a running back rush for 2,000 yards or a quarterback pass for 5,000 yards? Great question. I'll go with the running back running for 2,000 yards. I want to win playoff games, and if you run for 2,000 yards, you're running a lot at the end of the year when it's cold, and I think that will win you some football games right there and win a playoff game potentially. #MILF. Who is the person you really want to see on Hard Knocks next month? Dan Campbell for sure. I want to see Dan Campbell. I want to see his personality. I'm pretty sure we have an idea of what his personality is, but I'd love to see it, and the world see it, and uncensored as well. Have you heard any more about Khalil Pimpleton? I'm really pulling for him. Nothing. It's been dead regarding anything with players and roster last couple weeks. When training camp starts here soon, we're going to be hearing a lot. I'm pulling for him too. Always pulling for the young guys. I'd love to see him make an impact, get on the practice squad. I don't think he makes the team, but practice squad. It's not fair to compare Cephas to Anquan Boldin. Anquan Boldin was an absolute monster. However, He is an Anquan Boldin type of player. I agree with you there. He is that type of player. He is a player that's not the fastest in the world. He's not something that blows up at you when you look at him. But he's a guy that just makes plays. It's like a Deebo Samuel. It's the same type of thing. So he is that type of player. But Anquan Boldin had a great career. 100%. 100%. Is it low? Sorry there. How many total sacks are we getting this year? Oh, man. I don't know how many total sacks we're getting this year. I'd hope to have above 40. If we get like 40 sacks, that would be nice. We got a lot invested in this defensive line. I want to see it start to pay off now. Like, we really drafted a lot for that defensive line. Lions, do you think it's possible Lions keep more than 6 wide receivers? No, because I think they'll just put them on the practice squad. I think they could get a Khalil Pimpleton and a Trinity Benson on the practice squad. I don't think they'll have to add more than 6. Plus, you got to look at they're probably going to want to keep Jason Kabinda on the roster. He is Dan Campbell's guy, and I don't think so. F.U. Me, I already know what that is, by K-Store. What do you think the Lions will rank in sacks and who leads the team? I said Aidan Hutchinson. Rank? We were one of the worst last year. Let's go ahead and let's just at least get to middle of the pack. Let's get to the middle of the pack. He is underrated, in my opinion, Dr. Detroit. I agree. That was my breakout player last year, and he was breaking out until he hurt himself. Do you think CeeDee Lamb will be a good as a wide receiver 1? Yes, I do. I would definitely like to get CeeDee Lamb as a wide receiver 1, depending where you're trying to get your wide receiver 1. I generally, if you are trying to get just if you got your running back first, you drafted your running back first, and a lot of running backs are off the board, and no one, and they're starting to get wide receivers, I'd take CeeDee Lamb. I think he could have a really big year. You know, he's going to be probably a focal point over there with the Dallas Cowboys. Hashtag FGB, hashtag FCBS, hashtag F Miller, hashtag F Quintricia, just F them all. Had to get that out of my chest. Glad to see things are changing. I'm ready for Lions to be good. Yes. I agree with that, Chuck. All the hashtags, let me know in the comment section right now. What is the team you dislike the most? Let me know with hashtag F that team. My team is Green Bay. Hashtag FGB. Spam the comment section with hashtag whatever team you don't like. Say you don't like the Indianapolis Colts. Hashtag FIC. Let me know in the comment section. I'm starting right now. Hashtag FGB. No problem, Dallas89. I answer any question. I don't care whose it is. Do you think that Adam is off the ledge after the Rad and Dose show? I did not see. I seen him in there commenting, but I don't know what really went on after that. Hashtag FGB. Hashtag FGB. Yes, hashtag FGB a million times. I agree. I really like the rapid fire questions and answer period. You're really flowing right now. And I enjoy your guess, but this thing is really on fire. Well, thank you, Dixie Normus. I appreciate it. Hey, hashtag DC. Hashtag DC. Hashtag F Arizona. Hashtag F Green Bay. What game are you looking forward most to? And what do you think will be most anticipated game for the Detroit Lions fandom? I'm looking forward to the Miami Dolphins game. I think it's going to be a fun game. Speed versus speed. Their whole team has got speed. By that time, Jameson Williams is going to be ready. DJ Chark. I think that's going to be an electrifying game all around. Love it. Absolute. I like those type of games. I know a lot of people love sometimes those defensive games. I like to see an explosive game. That is a personal game I'm looking forward to. And for the Detroit Lions fandom, the most anticipated game, I'm going to go guess, is the Philadelphia Eagles Week 1. I think the Lions fans are ready to get this season going. They want to see Week 1. If the Lions were to win that game, the fandom is going to go through the roof. I think the Detroit Lions fans are ready to change from last year's miserable season and change it up to a more improved season, so the outlook of our team is much improved. I think that's what the fandoms want. That's what I want as a fan. I'm tired of our team just being crapped on 24/7. So when you win more games, it's going to be less crapped on, and I think the Lions are going to win more this year. It's been a long last year was a long season. I'm ready for a much improved season. And so it starts week 1. Try FGB. Try Rodgers, luckily a horseshoe up his ass. Yes, I would love to see that. If you'd like to see a horseshoe up Aaron Rodgers' butt crack, put Y for yes and N for no. That's an absolute Y right here. I mean, I would love it. I was just watching Little Nicky the other day, and they put a pineapple up the 2 points of contact of Adolf Hitler. I loved it. So now I'm going to picture Karen Rodgers like that, getting a horseshoe up there. So I think that would be funny, for sure. If you got any more questions, throw it in the comment section. It is a rapid fire section. We got a Wise from Dr. Detroit. Randomness 420. What's up, Randomness 420? Welcome to the chat. Hashtag FGBCBMV them all. Comment of the day. Absolutely F them all. We are going to be continuing the process on LNU after my channel is over about 7:30. We'll be live on LNU talking some Detroit Lions as well. Continue the process. Not a Lions question. How does Trubisky do in Pittsburgh? I like the transaction in the offseason. You know, Corey, I actually think he'll do all right in Pittsburgh. I think he'll do all right. When he was with the Buffalo Bills in preseason, you could see his confidence was back. I think a dysfunction in Chicago has taken place. I think he'll do right in Pittsburgh Steelers. There's some weapons over there. They got a run game. I think he'll do okay. I'm not going to say he's going to go to the playoffs or anything, but I don't think he's going to be a dumpster fire. I think he'd do all right. I think he could do all right. He is a blowhard, bro, but whatever. He and Dose should do a debate. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about there. Who is your favorite Detroit Lions content creator? Joe Carbon. Raw Detroit is my favorite Detroit Lions content creator. My good friend, one of my best friends, TA, Raw Detroit. Why is he my favorite content creator? Because he knows what the hell he's talking about. He does prospects. We talk behind the scenes. I don't know if you guys know this. We talk 24/7. Every single day, all we do is talk prospects in football all day long. On the phone while we are working. I'm allowed to talk while I'm working, and he's somewhat allowed to. His knowledge of the game is on a different level. Raw Detroit is, to me, the best content creator for the Detroit Lions if you want real insight into players. I don't think we're going to be a high sack team this season. I think we'll be a higher pressure, stop the run team more. I wouldn't mind that. We got to stop the run. As long as it's better than last season. We're absolute cheeks on getting sacks, and we're terrible at stopping the run. So if we can improve in that level, perfectly fine. You got to stop the run, but we got to see production out of these young defensive players, the defensive line. We got to start to see production, and we're not just talking about Lee McNeil. We're talking about everybody because there's a lot of investment going on. So you got to see that. You know, Snacks Harrison wasn't a sack guy, but when he got traded to the Detroit Lions, he was a stop in the run guy. So we got to see some sort of production with our own eyes. We have to. Who you got making the 53-man roster? Oh, a lot of people making the 53-man roster. A lot. Player died in Oregon. I did not hear about that. I'm sorry, I did not hear about a player dying in Oregon. That is terrible. Oregon player died. I did not hear about that. That's terrible. I'm going to have to figure that out. Hope Hutchinson sacks Rodgers and puts them into retirement. I would love it. Please break Aaron Rodgers' collarbone. Please do so. I will give him a hug if he can break some collarbones. I would love it. Do you think Chris Board starts at linebacker? Yes, I do. I think Chris Board does start at linebacker. I think he will. Initially, we're just thinking this guy's a special teams, but in mini camps and OTAs, he was practicing with the ones and making some noise. So yeah, I think he starts out there at linebacker. I would I would be if I were a betting man on that, on roster, 100%. Jim Bordeaux, rest in peace, Jim Bordeaux, Curtis Steele, MicroMike, Luke G, for some crazy Z. Yeah, rest in peace, Jim Bordeaux. Curtis Steele's great. Luke G. There's a lot of content creators. A lot of them. Absolutely a ton of content creators. AG. The Zebras really love Karen Rodgers. He gets all the calls. I can't stand it. And that's BS. And it's true, Dixie Normus. It's 100% true. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the bias by referees. You see bias due to players, and that's bullcrap. It shouldn't be that way. And it really does make me mad. Who would you like to see? Would love to see you and Tom Grossi together on a collab. We should rate him during the season. That's funny, Joe Carboni. He actually rated me last season. So maybe we could do a rate him as well. But he rated me last year. The guy is funny. Yes. Okay, comment of the day by Dab Daddy. Mike, your shiny head is going to blind our enemies. So we can at least make the playoffs this year. Yes. I will definitely blind the enemies. If I could go to every game and that would work, I'd do it. I will take a buffer to my head if that would work. When you find out it's 53 or 55 man roster, preseason 3, after preseason 3, you will know. They start doing cuts. They cut it down from 93 to 72. Then it slowly cuts down. It just goes there. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. After the Adams trade, what nightmare weapons do Rodgers Enchant just pull out of nowhere? How about Christian Watson, Lions rookie? Now, I don't think Christian Watson's Devontae Adams. No one's Devontae Adams. But I think Christian Watson's going to be used quite a bit. It is Karen Rodgers. He can get the football out. So watch for Christian Watson, rookie wide receiver. I want the Lions to draft him. Which coaches do we lose after this year to other teams? Aaron Glenn, I think, will be a head coach. I think he's going to be a head coach. Watch out for Deuce Staley as well. Possible. Perma is funny too. He is funny. The guy with the old TV. Do you think James Houston will get practice time? He should play. I want to see a lot. Lavelle, you make a great point here. I want to see James Houston a lot. He's the unsung hero right now. You don't hear a lot from him. I loved him getting drafted. If you guys have not seen him getting drafted by the Detroit Lions with his family reaction, you got to do it. Love it. I love his character. I want to see him play linebacker. I'd love for him to work out because that is the question mark for the team is linebacker, right? You got Malcolm Rodriguez, who he drafted. We're going to have Houston as well. Can one of these guys step up and be good for the Detroit Lions? So, yeah, I'm very curious on him. He is the unsung hero. It's like nobody talks about him because you don't hear about him, but I agree with you. I want to see him quite a bit. Great observation there. Let's get to 50 likes. We're 4 away. Now 3 away. That was quick. Literally, while I said it, it changed. Let's get to 50 likes. 95 in the building. I think that I concur. If AG and DS get head coaching job, doesn't the Lions get draft choices? Aaron Glenn, yes. And Deuce Staley, yes. After 2 years being with the team, you do. You get 3 draft picks. Sorry, not 3. You get 2 third-round draft picks. You get a third-round pick in the upcoming draft and a third-round pick in the following draft. I don't know if you get times 2 that. I know you get that for one coach. Now, it could be multiple coaches. I'm not 100% sure on that. That could be a fact check you guys can do. But I know after 2 years being with the team, you get 2 draft picks. What is the most exciting game you're looking forward to? The most exciting game, I said it earlier today, Roger Guardo. I'm looking forward to the Miami Dolphins. Really looking forward to that game. Going to be exciting. I love speed versus speed. I think that's going to be epic. The feared ones, Thanksgiving Day game, Buffalo Bills. I'm scared of that game. First off, I want to win on Thanksgiving. It's the only game I don't live stream. I don't do a watch party because I'm hanging with the family. I want to sit down and watch a victory against one of the best teams in the NFL, but I fear we're going to get smoked and handed to again on national TV. Don't want that. Tired of it. What do you think about Jimmy Garoppolo backup after he gets cut? I think he's going to get traded. I wouldn't be surprised if he got traded to the Cleveland Browns. That's been a sleeper team and a black horse team for me because I think Deshaun Watson is not going to play this year, and they went all in, so maybe they can trade for Jimmy Garoppolo or the Seattle Seahawks. I don't think he gets cut. I think he'll be a starter somewhere. If he gets cut, he'll be a Seattle Seahawk. Does Detroit bring back the wide nine? I would love it, but I don't think so. No. Maybe on occasion on specific plays, but not like Jim Schwartz. Even though I do like the wide nine. Yeah, Jim Schwartz, I like that do or die mentality. Yeah, we got roasted sometimes, but sometimes, man, woo, you get them. I like the 4-3, but the wide nine is too wide. Yeah, I think that's why. That's the reason why they wouldn't do it. Who was better record this year, the Lions or the Browns? That's interesting. Ask me who's starting quarterback for the Browns, because I don't know. If it's Jimmy G, I say the Browns will have a better record. If I don't know who is going to be there. Right now, we don't know. Like, it literally, quarterback position determines everything. And but they got a really good team besides not knowing what's going to happen at the quarterback. But if they end up having some unknown guy or just a scrub, that could really affect their season. It really could. Sue to the Browns, I could see that. I could see Sue going to the Browns. I want him to come back here, but, Ndamukong Suh, he's not probably going to do that at all. But I'd love to hear the Sue chant. I honestly can't wait for the Seahawks game because they were always good and now are trash. I'm excited to watch them lose. Oh, we going to kill them. If there's one game I'm convinced the Detroit Lions are going to win, it's the Seattle Seahawks. Drew Lock is the worst quarterback in the NFL. Drew Lock is the worst quarterback in the NFL. I think Seattle's going to be a dumpster fire. Do you think we sweep the Packers? I don't think we sweep them. I think we go 1-1, and the fact that we win, it would probably be the last game of the year when they're putting their starters and resting them. I think they do rest them. The game I really want to see against New England Patriots, get some payback on Pat Matricia. I hope we throttle those clowns. I can't stand Pat Matricia. And I am with you. I would love to decimate the Patriots. Not for anything else, but Pat Matricia destroying our franchise. I want to see him lose in a big way. I seen him lose a lot in Detroit, but that wasn't fun. I want to see this guy lose in a big way in Detroit for giving us the middle finger of being a fake head coach. He was awful. He was awful. The Browns gave away the kitchen sink. What do you think of the trade for Jimmy G? I don't know. Probably not that much. 3rd round pick. 4th round pick. I don't think it's going to cost that much. I don't know why Oregon doesn't have an NFL team, man. It sucks, though, because when you live there, you don't have an NFL team. I mean, I rooted for the Lions, but it's not like you can watch the Lions over there all that much. It's obvious Patsy's situation makes tackles have to split. Yeah, yep, 100%, Derek. Agree. Enormous, let's throttle those clowns, win a few. Oh, man, I just want to destroy Pat Matricia. I can't stand Pat Matricia. Pat Matricia ruined this team. Ruined this team. We had a good team, okay? A team that can win with. And he and Bob Quinn destroyed our roster. And it really pissed me off. Quandre Diggs, gone. Slay, gone. Destroyed Stafford. Just ruined this guy. Just decimated the whole team. I can't stand this, man. Who do you think will have more sacks between McNeil and Hutchinson? Aidan Hutchinson's going to have more sacks, no doubt. Aidan Hutchinson will have, I'm hoping 10-plus sacks. I 100% think Aidan Hutchinson will have more sacks. Now, I don't think Aleem McNeil is going to be a sack guy. That's not going to be his main thing. He's going to be help stopping the run, maybe get 1 or 2. But no doubt about it, Aidan Hutchinson is going to be the guy terrorizing the quarterback position. Hashtag AG, what is your concept for being an alternative helmet? I haven't really thought about this one, but I was talking to TA behind the scenes. You know what I'd really like? A really pissed off lion, and not just like the blue lion. I'm like a real lion face with this mouth wide open and the teeth out, with the teeth out and blood coming out. I love that. Real angry lion that hasn't eaten in a couple weeks. That's the type of helmet I would like. I think that would be cool. Maybe go black, something different. And yeah, he ruined Gold Tate as well. But I love that. It's something real scary looking. Would you rather beat Rodgers twice or Patricia once? Oh my God. Talk about hard question here. That's a difficult one. I can't stand Karen Rodgers, so maybe I would like to beat Karen Rodgers twice. I'd have to go there. But if I can just do both, that would be fantastic. But beating Aaron Rodgers, I can't stand this guy. I'd have to do it. I have to do it. Matt Patricia was announced as Patriots' new offensive coordinator. That's going to be hilarious. He did so good on opposing offenses by our terrible defense that he got promoted to offensive coordinator. Yeah, what a joke. That guy's a joke. But what would you guys do? Would you rather beat Aaron Rodgers twice or Matt Patricia once? Put it in the comment section. Put Karen if you want to beat Karen Rodgers, or put Matricia if you want to beat Pat Matricia. It's a difficult one. It's difficult. It really is. I'll take Karen Rodgers. I take him. No doubt about it. What position do you think will be drafted before the season start? You mean for next year? Next year's draft? I think that they need to get a linebacker in the draft. Very high. I would suggest they got 2 first-round picks and probably quarterback. So, but they need to get a linebacker, and they need to get one quick, a nice young stud in the draft. I think that would help out the Detroit Lions in a big way. And we'll go from there. Do you think we will get our black jerseys back this year? Not this year. Nope. They're not doing it this year. Next year they actually do they mess around and they can change it up. But it's not going to happen this year. We still got the same ones. And I want to suspect next year when they do a change up, it's going to be that different. Maybe they take the WCF off there, but in all honesty, they haven't really changed the uniform that much. Now, I heard that the Cincinnati Bengals went to a white helmet. I seen some concept. It looked pretty good. I'd rather beat Matt Patricia and assassinate Rodgers. I'm joking. Don't alert the police. Never would do that. Why don't we beat both of them, Rodgers and Patricia? I agree. How about this, man? We trade Aaron Rodgers to Pat Patricia, and then we beat him over there, and he gets the worst of both worlds. Hashtag 2 is more than 1. I'll take the W's. Yeah, and you got to deal with Karen Rodgers. You know, it's hard, but they both suck. I want the Lions to be feared, exciting to watch, offense and defense per unexpected plays. I want it too. Folks, I've been on for about an hour, and I'm about to jump on LNU. So, if you guys are ready to hear some more Detroit Lions talk, jump on LNU right now, because that's what we're about to do. It's going to also revert you right now to the site real quick on here, and you can get it. See you in a couple minutes.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring.
My whole just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.